So I've had a lot of people put in some requests for some different videos, and today might be my easiest video yet. I've had people ask me, what is the reason I stay in Nashville? Why do I like living here? And today I'm going to go over that. And again, this is going to be me personally, so it's going to be different for everyone. But today we're going to be talking about why I'm here and why I want to stay here and why I love it here. So if you want to hear the truth about what I think about living here, stay tuned. Hey guys, Tiffany Gudger here with Tiffany Gudger Real Estate right here in Nashville, Tennessee. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Here we kind of talk about everything you need to know about living in Nashville. What it's like to work here, play here, eat here, travel here, move here, all the things about living here in Nashville, Tennessee. And while I love making these videos for you guys because you guys are amazing, my favorite part about my job is actually helping people relocate or buy, sell, or invest in real estate here in Nashville in the Middle Tennessee area. So if you are interested in that, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. However you want to get a hold of me is fine. I work all the time, days, nights, weekends. I'm here working for you guys. I love to hear from you. So if you have any questions or are considering it or need any help, please reach out. I am the person who answers the phones here. So I'm here to help however I can. That being said, let's jump into today's video. I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be a very easy one for me. I have a list here just so that I don't get confused, but I've had people ask me why I like to live here. And let me start off by saying, for those of you that don't know, because apparently people are wanting me to get a little more personable on my channel and talk a little more about myself, which is going to be something a little new for me, but just bear with me. We're going to talk about the best things of Nashville in my opinion, and keep in mind it could differ from yours, but this is just the first 10 things I thought about that I wanted you guys to know. For those of you who don't know, my fiance and I are both from two different small towns in Western North Carolina near Asheville. Obviously, I'm a real estate agent, and he travels with a country music artist. So he kind of needs to be here so that when they go on tour or whatever, he can get to the bus, or, it's easy to fly out of the airport here, which we'll talk about later. But so we kind of have to live here for his job. That being said, if we hated it here, we would figure something else out, but we love it. And while I'm on that subject, let me go ahead and say, his boss, Hardy, has been nominated for some awards, and there's quite a few, of them. I will pull up, the screen here because I don't want to forget one, and put a little blurb on here so you guys can see. I just want to do a quick little shout out because we're super proud of him, for that. So we're very excited, about that new chapter. But anyway, moving on, let's start with why I like being here. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the weather, and the seasons. So I am from the South. I am from North Carolina, so not super far away, but I love that there are all 4 seasons here. If you really like one season or the other, you might not want to move to Nashville, because we definitely have a distinct winter, and spring and fall and summer and all of that. And I love that. I kind of crave all of them. My favorite by far is fall. The weather's beautiful. The leaves are beautiful. There's not much that beats the South in the fall. And I love it. And we're starting to dabble into that now. It's starting to get a little cooler. It has been crazy hot this summer. It gets very hot and very humid here in Nashville. But yeah, if you love tons of snow, not going to be the place for you. If you want it to be warm all year long, not the place for you. But for me, I love having all 4 seasons. And that is one of the big parts of Nashville for me. Number 2 is going to be the people here. So there is a lot of diversity in my opinion. Again, I'm from a small town, so maybe people coming from other places don't agree, but I have learned a lot about different religions and cultures and backgrounds and all of that kind of stuff. There's people from different, religions, of all different kinds of races, of backgrounds, of political beliefs. I mean, you'll find it all here, honestly. Nashville has all of it. So um, I've just really enjoyed the people and getting to know them. Southern hospitality is a thing here, and people are generally really nice as a whole. And I need that. I crave that. Getting on an elevator and saying hello to somebody, or something like that is important to me, and being able to wave to your neighbors as they drive by or walk by. So that is reason number two. Um, the third thing I like about Nashville is going to be the location. So part of this, it kind of has to deal with the weather and things because of where we're located. We have all four seasons and all of that, and I love that. So it kind of correlates with that, but also it's easy to get to most places that I want to go to. Again, I'm a little biased because if I want to get back home to see family in North Carolina, it's easy to do so. If I want to go to the mountains because I am missing them, I can hop on over to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge really easy. It's a quick flight, up north. It's a quick flight to Florida, where my parents are. Um, the reason that Nashville is Music City and country music is here is because it's easy for tour buses to get places. And so the same goes for kind of the rest of us. The airport is easy to get to places across the country. Not too cold in the winter, not too hot in the summer. And you can be to quite a few places very easily. And I love that. So, yeah, the location. I love it. Number four is going to be the music scene here. There are obviously all kinds of honky tonks and bars on Broadway that everybody talks about and has to go to, but even outside of Broadway, there are a lot of places that even locals go where there's live music. There are lots of different kinds of music. We have jazz clubs, we have rock and roll clubs, we've got, obviously country. Lots of big acts come to Nashville. I'm going with a couple girlfriends to the Backstreet Boys concert tonight. We're really excited about that. Representing the 90s, early 2000s for y'all. So yeah, I love going to concerts. I love being able to go somewhere to eat dinner and having live music at dinner. And there's music for everybody. So yeah, I love the music scene here. There's live music in cities all across the country, but there's just something about the Nashville live music. It is crazy here. And I can't really explain it. You'll just have to come and see for yourself. It's a little hard to explain, but I love that about here, and all the aspiring artists and people just working hard, making a living, making music. I just think that's super fantastic. So next is going to be, there is lots of water here, which we love. We just have like a little fishing boat, little bass boat, and we live where we actually live here in Nashville's on the outskirts, and we are smack dab between the two lakes here, Percy Priest and Old Hickory. And Old Hickory is actually the Cumberland River, which actually flows. I just said actually a lot, but it flows into Nashville, and you can see it from downtown, but part of it is dammed off to create the man-made lake Old Hickory. You can live on that lake. You cannot live on Percy Priest. It is surrounded by Army Corps of Engineers property, and we love taking the dogs out on the boat, going to different islands or spots, and boating up on the beach and just hanging with our friends, having a beer or two, and we love that. We've recently really gotten into going on the Cumberland River on our boat. Have gotten into catfishing, which is actually really fun, and jugging for catfish. I could make a whole video on that because it's so funny and I can get really in depth. But if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's pretty cool. It's mostly in catch and release. If we do catch some good sized catfish that are good for eating, we do have fish fries. But most of the stuff that we catch is catch and release. It's for sport and for fun, and it doesn't hurt the fish or anything like that. They survive, but we've really enjoyed going on the river here lately and just cruising around. So we love being outdoors and on the water. And so Nashville is a prime spot for that. Tons of ponds, creeks, rivers, lakes, all of that here. And it's part of, our lifestyle. So I do love that about Nashville. Not many people know that there's lakes that close. And it kind of brings me into my next reason I love living in Nashville. Number 6, which is the hunting and fishing here. So we are hunters and we do fish. We are deer hunters. I really want to get into duck hunting. I'm hoping to do that this year. I've got a dog that will retrieve doves. But we love hunting and fishing and knowing where our food comes from and having it locally sourced and processed. Nashville is actually getting really overpopulated with deer as more people move here. In Tennessee, they're starving and they're getting sick and there's some issues. So it's actually a good thing to manage this population. Any extra deer meat that we get, we like to donate to local food banks. I've been doing that for a long time. I was a member of a nonprofit bow team organization that donated to a group called Farmers and Hunters Feeding the Hungry. And anyway, we still do that here as a way to honor our heritage. And shooting bows is just really fun anyway. It's a good stress reliever. It's a fun, good, healthy competition. We like to play games, shooting our bows into targets and all that stuff. But gearing up for hunting and fishing season, the different seasons, we love to turkey hunt and that kind of stuff. And here in Tennessee, because they're so overpopulated with deer, you can actually harvest, if you wanted to and you have your license, you could harvest 3 does or female deer per day during the season, which when I heard that, I was like, what? That can't be accurate. But it is. And because they're so overpopulated, we just have to get that managed. And yeah, I love, and there's some big deer here in Tennessee, and most people don't think about it, but we consider Tennessee's kind of a sleeper state. It'll surprise you on the big deer that we have. I'll throw up a picture of my fiance's big deer he got here, I guess 2 years ago, that we're super proud of. But yeah, I love the outdoors aspect of that part of Nashville. So there's lots of rivers for fishing. I want to learn to fly fish. My fiance does that, and we're big into all of that. Moving on, number 7 is going to be the food scene. So we were talking about how I love to know where my food comes from, and I love, harvesting deer meat and fish and stuff. But if you don't like that kind of stuff, the restaurant scene here is crazy good. And a lot of it is locally sourced and locally farm grown, and they can tell you where a lot of it came from. I have become a steak snob since moving here to Nashville. There's so many good steakhouses and steak restaurants and really good Italian places, and lots of good sports bars or whatever you're craving. There's a great restaurant here for it. I promise. It's got to be one of the top food scenes in the country. I don't know. I haven't done the research on that. But for me, I think, we like to really try and focus on date nights when my fiance is in town, because we don't get to spend a ton of time together because most of the time he's on the road. So we try and have one date night a week that he's home. And there's so many restaurants. I don't know how long it would take us to try them all. There's always something new to try. So if you're a foodie, Nashville might be the place for you because there's all kinds of stuff here. So number 7, the food scene is amazing. Number 8 on my list is I love my job. I've been doing it for a long time. I was doing it before I moved here. And Nashville is a great market for that. I've met so many clients and doing YouTube. I've met so many of you, and a lot of people are moving here, and it makes my job fun because I get to know all kinds of people and introduce them to why I love this place. And it makes it easy when you love where you live to explain to other people and help them find something that they love here. And so being in Nashville has been just amazing for my career and my job and my passion for helping people find their next home. And like I said, I've met so many wonderful people because of it. I wouldn't change anything. Having my YouTube following and doing these videos and all of you guys moving here and the market just being crazy and it's just continuing to grow. It works out really good for me because Nashville kind of has its own little economy. Even when the economy in the rest of the country might be doing something crazy, here in Nashville, it is usually pretty sustainable and it doesn't really change that much. Um, 6 out of the last 7 recessions, for example, Nashville has actually seen growth. When the rest of the country has been in a recession, Nashville has continued to grow. Um, so I feel really good about the market here and my job, and people moving here are making really good financial investments by buying here. So that is a really, really big part for me and why I love to be here. Number 9 is that you can feel like you're out in the country, but be close to city living. And I love that. If I want to pop into town like tonight and go to a Backstreet Boys concert with my girlfriends, I can quickly Uber there and and I can come back real easy. And I don't feel like I live in the big city, but I am still really close. I know lots of people with farms and they're still 20, 30 minutes from downtown. Um, it gets pretty rural pretty quickly in certain places. And I love that because as a Southern girl by nature, I have a newfound love for being able to do things in the city. And Nashville is one of the most perfect places for that because I get the best of both worlds. My Southern roots and my small town vibes that I'm used to, but I don't have to drive an hour to get to the city. So super important for me. Love that or about Nashville. And so finally, the 10th reason, and again, there's so many more. I just wanted to give you guys a quick 10, is that there's so much to do here. We've mentioned some of it like, the food and restaurants and live music and concerts, but there's so much more than that. Sports, for example, whether you want to go to sporting events and watch it, we have our new soccer club, we have our minor league baseball team, we have the Tennessee Titans, the Nashville Preds for hockey, and there's so much sports going on, and there's tons of leagues if you want to play it. I have a good friend who plays on a baseball league here, kind of like an intramural baseball league that they can travel around here in the state and play baseball. We have kickball leagues and all that kind of stuff. So there's lots of sports. We recently got into disc golf. So there's a lot of disc golf courses here and super fun, and lots of golf courses. There are all kinds of museums and things like that to see for all my shopping fans out there. There's a lot of shopping here, both little boutiques that I love and big malls. There is, gosh, I mean, all kinds of the zoo, and I love the zoo. And I've gotten some heat from people in past videos for saying that I like our zoo because apparently it sucks. But I don't really know the difference. I've not been to a lot of zoos, but I do know they're about to undergo a huge renovation. They're adding a lot of parking beforehand, and then they're going to be significantly expanding our zoo. So that's very exciting. There are lots of festivals here, like Tomato Fest. Stuff like that is really big. So there's really always something to do here. Sometimes I love being a couch potato and Netflixing and chilling with my dogs, but other times if I want to go do something with friends, there's a lot of options, both outdoor activities and indoor. And I think that's something that's appealed to a lot of people that have moved here that I've helped with. So yeah, there's my top 10. I guess I shouldn't say top 10 because there's so many other things, but there's definitely 10 of the main reasons I love living here in Nashville. And I hope that's helpful. Again, this is particular to me individually, and it is going to range different for all of you. And if you have questions about what it's like to live here, if there's something that I didn't mention that you're interested in, if you want to know that it's possible to do here, or you want to know more about the market, or you have a request for a video, let me know. I've got a couple more like neighborhood videos coming up. Like I'm going to do one on Murfreesboro, that should come soon, and a couple other um, suburbs and places that I haven't covered yet. So if you have any requests, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on the things that I mentioned. Leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear your feedback or questions or things that you think I should talk about. And thank you guys for tuning in. You truly are wonderful. And yeah, I'm here for any of your real estate needs. If you're thinking of moving or relocating to Nashville and Middle Tennessee, make sure and shoot me a text, a call, an email. And until the next time, guys, we'll catch you later.